It is recording now, and there we go.
Woo! Yes, what's up, everybody? Oh my dude, it took a while, but we're here. We're live. The Tommy Feldman Happy Hour. We made it through another week. Everybody survived it due to their various adventures in life, and here we all are to have a quick, hour discussion of some comedians that are hilarious. Just take a load off, have a good time. Joined by some of the great friends of mine tonight, so I'm really excited to be the guest host for this week's edition of the Tommy Feldman Happy Hour. So without any further ado, let's get this on the way so we get back on track, hopefully a little bit. And I'm gonna start with some news of the week for everybody. All right. So let me get my notes up here real quick. All right, here we go. All right. So on Monday, the CDC announced that Johnson & Johnson COVID vaccines should probably be halted for right now and stop the use of it after 6 people developed blood clots after receiving their one-dose treatment. This story, it affects me directly because I literally got a J&J shot like 2 days before this news drops. So I was getting worried because like I'm no doctor, but I listen to a lot of 90s hip hop. So I know blood clots are bad, right? In fact, the saying goes, the only thing worse than a blood clot is a bumba clot, rude boy, booyaka shot. You probably don't understand that because it's medical jargon. But anyway, here's the real actual scary thing about this the blood clots. It shows the complications to me prove there actually are microchips in these vaccines. And what's really scary is I guess these microchips are running Windows ME, and that's why there's so many problems. That's why there's bugs. There's gonna be problems. Trust me. All right. Next story up. Second year in a row. Dude, spoilers. My bad. For the second year in a row, the city of San Francisco has canceled the 420 celebration at Hippie Hill in Golden Park, which immediately begs the question: San Francisco officially sponsors 420. I didn't really know that. I found that quite interesting. Personally, I'd rather see the city cancel 420 on BART trains, maybe year round. That'd be pretty dope. But now that I work from home, it doesn't even matter. I'll just celebrate 420 in a more old fashioned way. Celebrating a very very famous birthday of a certain historical figure. Of course, I'm talking about my favorite Starfleet pilot, Hiroko Sulu, aka George Takai. Happy birthday, bro. It's coming up soon. And I got one more story to tell you guys about this evening. Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, he passed away. He was 99 years old. And this week they released a guest list for the attendees to his funeral. I was looking over the list, some very notable names, but I was surprised that one name is obviously missing from that list, and that name is, of course, me. Hello, I'm a well-known, huge supporter of British entertainment. In fact, I created the massively popular hashtag Black Lives Matter. All right, because I'm a huge fan of artists like Billy Ocean, Seal, 21 Savage. You know what I mean? So I'm obviously, I feel like I should be there, but I'm not going to be angry. I'm not going to be butthurt. I decided to do my own memorial. This memorial is dedicated to great British legacies that were sadly ended before their time. You know what I'm saying? So let's all together, let's share a moment of silence to honor other British royalty, royal Brits such as royal Brits. Why is it not working? Dude, technical difficulties all day today. All right, let's have a moment of silence for other royal Brits, such as Benny Hill of the Benny Hill Show, right? The IT crowd, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Rick from The Walking Dead, notorious Brit for real. And of course, the most famous of all time, the British family that means the most to me, the Spice Girls. All right, so hey, yep, hey, God save the Queens for sure. And that's been the news report for us this week. Tommy Feldman Happy Hour. I guess we can give it up for me. We don't have to. Exactly, that was the right response. That's what I was looking for. So without further ado, let's get into our interviews. Our first interview, great friend of mine. I met this guy at very different times in life, but always through comedy. He's always been a breath of fresh air, an amazing person. Let's give it up for my good friend Chiramani Jockey. Everybody, what's up, buddy?
Hey, that was very nice of you to say.
Oh, dude, I mean every word of it for real. That's the honest truth. How you been, real quick, before we start?
I've been good. Well, so here's the thing: is that people say that I'm a contradiction because I have this like upbeat attitude, but I'm also very, very depressed and like very morbid, and I talk about really fucked up stuff all the time. So yeah, it's good to know that I can uplift people's spirits while also reminding them about like genocide or something. I do.
That's what's up, man. Dude, I mean, that's I mean, I kind of get that from your comedy, but your comedy is so, I mean, we'll get into it, but I feel like it's so like high witted, it's very well written. And anyway, you know what? How about you tell the audience, how did you get interested? How did you first get started into comedy?
Oh yeah, I was working a shitty temp job that I hated, and my shitty temp coworker was listening to this podcast called Comedy Bang Bang.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I'm not going to listen to something that this douchebag's listening to. But then I started, and after a while, I started like, it sounds weird, but I got funnier, you know, as a person when you like consume comedy, and that really blew my mind. And I was like, oh, maybe I should like try to consume more comedy so I'll be funnier. And then I just got into stand up after that. Yeah.
Okay, that's tight, man. And then I noticed you were doing like streaming types of comedy way before COVID didn't hit. You know, I know you were like on Twitch and probably other platforms. Do you still have? Is that still an avenue for you? Do you do like Zoom stuff now, or like what's like using tech and comedy for you nowadays?
It's mixed. We definitely did streaming. I'm part of the Super Trash Bros, but now we're called Super Trash TV. Check us out on Twitch. But we used to do live shows at Piano Fight Theater, so we'd have these massive drinking video game tournaments where people actually won real money, and they had to drink at the same time, and we would commentate. That was always a really fun time. Zoom shows are interesting because I have a compulsion to fill the silence, so that's a whole nother set of skills. Like at least people are laughing in person so that I can stop talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Dude, I the shows at Piano Fight, actually that's how I learned about this game, snipper clips on the Switch. That I've been to, I was on some team called like Team Donatello, and those were always hella funny shows. They're super fun. I guess right now, since we have time, I'm gonna pull up a clip of you doing some stand-up. Do you have anything you want to anything you want to say about the clip we're going to show?
Sure. I mean, if you haven't guessed it already, I'm a nerd, and I'm part of a nerdy comedy group that does shows at conventions and cosplay. That's really all the context you need.
Oh, right on. Do these shows still go on or what?
We have a podcast called Nerd Rage: The Great Debates, and we're still doing that. We put out an episode every single Monday, so you should check us out for that. We recently just did an anime episode because I got to book them, and I always bring the anime in. So it was like, which is the better cash grab, Dragon Ball Super or Boruto next generation?
I don't know. I'm gonna say I'm a super fan. Real quick, hey Tommy, how do I?
So I made you the host, Eric.
Okay.
But you know what? I was thinking that because I could do the spotlighting and stuff. You want to put me back as the host, or you want to go ahead and try the spotlights and stuff?
Oh, I think I got it now. Oh, okay, I figured it out.
You got
Look
it?
at that, learning on the fly. Can you guys see it? Is that right?
Make sure you share.
Wonder Dave dressed as Waluigi.
Make sure you share sound, Eric, so we can make sure.
Okay. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry about this, guys. This is my first time, so I'll probably never get this job ever again. Tommy's probably writing down my pink slip right now. How do I go to share sound?
Well, is it just? Let's see if we can hear it.
Okay. All right, are you guys hearing it?
Not really.
No, we got you go stop the share. You know what? Stop the share.
Stop the share.
Stop the share and hit share again, but this time check the box for share sound.
All right.
Stop share.
Oh, there we go. Thanks. Okay, cool.
And then a little check box for share sound.
I was dressed as Piranha Plant.
I get
it. You're real recognizable.
I don't see a share. Oh, there. I see it now. My bad. Here we go. Second try. Thanks for wait, what is this, dude?
It's coming up.
This is just like an inside joke. We just like trolling all the comics you've invited.
All right, let me try to get. Can you guys hear it?
Yep.
Yes.
You guys hearing it? Cool. I'm gonna start it back. I'm gonna run it back. And here we go. Sorry about that, man. Here, I'll make it up to you somehow. I have no idea how that's gonna happen.
Cool. Well, anyway, I'm happy to be here. I love doing shows with Comedio. You might have been able to notice that Comedio, because very specific reason. Because every year as a kid, during Halloween, I get into my costume. I'd be super pumped. Go to school, get ready to flex on these fools, and what would happen is that I'd be like, "Hey, what's up, guys?" And they'd be like, "Oh, cool, Indian Red Ranger." Just Red Ranger. Why do you have to? Also, I'm wearing a mask and gloves. You can't even tell that I'm brown. It doesn't. So that's what I thought would happen when I started doing cosplay with these shows. And actually, one of our very first shows at San Francisco Comic-Con, or where you'd expect it, Oakland, I was walking dressed as a character named Dipper Pine from a show called Gravity Falls. Yeah?
Yeah.
If you don't know, Dipper Pines is a little white boy who's into the occult because all white children are into the occult for some reason. So I was walking around, and out of the corner of my eye, I see two kids notice me, and they get really excited. In my head, I'm like, man, these two children are going to call me Indian Dipper. That's what's going to happen. Kids are going to yell Indian Dipper at my face. The first one gets his friend's attention, and he's like, dude, check it out. It's Old Dipper.
Oh, man. That was great. Yeah. Give it up for my friend, dude. I mean, I mean, I think that's why we get along so well. Like, we're kind of in the same thing. Like, first, I watched Gravity Falls. You know, I know the video game references. How important is it for you to have those like influences on your comedy? Like, you think it lifts you up, or do you have any opinion about those things?
Yeah, I mean, it's something that I'm passionate about, but I will admit that comedians always love to complain, right, about hurdles. But so I'm not trying to say that it's harder, but sometimes when you do like a Naruto joke at like a country club, sometimes it gets a little weird. So that's why when I do these nerdy shows and conventions, I go real detailed on my references. But one time I was doing a show, and this gentleman came up to me after the show, and he was like, "I didn't get a single reference you made, but it was so funny because of your rhythm." And I was like, "All right, I'll take that. I'll just like try to figure out the references I can make to get my point across." You know, it just depends, because I can't stop thinking about this stuff.
Right on. And then before we're getting short on time here, but I remember one great experience that I had was, being a co-writer with you on some in-games sketch shows. Are you still involved with that? You still write sketches and do that type of comedy as well?
Yeah, I mean, I got the pleasure of teaching some sketch comedy last year with Killing My Lobster. I'm gonna hopefully keep working with them, because we had shows. I was going to do a whole fantasy show. I was the head writer for the All Asian show, and so I was able to keep that momentum going. I remember that. So the sketch group you were a part of, I still think about that sketch I wrote where Mark and Luigi used a Ouija board.
Oh yeah.
I called it a Ouija board, and that was the whole premise, and it was a lot of fun. But we never got it made, and I've been holding on to it ever since.
I remember you're like a true thespian, dude. Like you're acting, you're doing accents and voices. I'm all this dude's got it all, bro. This dude's tight. Before we let you go, is there anything you want to plug for people to come check you out? You got anything coming up? What do you want to let the people know about?
Sure, yeah. Definitely check out Super Trash TV on Twitch. We play Smash every Tuesday. We play Among Us pretty often. And like I said before we started recording, that I am going to be bringing my fighting game, my fight stick, into the mix, and I'm going to be playing a bunch of like anime fighters. I'm very bad at them, but I'm trying to get better. My main team is Yamcha, Tien, and Master Roshi, so that should give you
right on, dude. We'll come out there and root you on, my friend. Well, hey, everybody, give it up for the great, the talented, my great friend Tirmani Joski, everybody.
Yeah. Oh.
Right on. Are we still gonna do our improv segment? Are we running? Do we have enough time for that, or should we jump into the next interview, or what do you guys think?
We can do one little improv thing and then.
All right. You want to take it, Ed?
Sure. Do you have the link for the?
I do. I have it up. You want me to share my screen or?
Sure. And
All
is
right.
anybody that wants to? Shrish, did you want to do improv? Did any of our guests want to do it?
I'd be down.
Are we playing?
Oh, so we're playing a game called Questions Only. Is that it, Ed?
Yep.
Yeah, so it's just questions only, and we'd pick a location, a relationship, or a word, and the people who are in the scene basically act out that scene in that location or that relationship or word, and you only get to ask each other questions.
Nah, I'm good.
and then nah, I'm good. Those are the
Ed, I think Tirumari said he wanted to try. So Ed and Tirumari, did you all want to like do a scene?
Yeah, why don't we do it and then you can do it with whoever gets kicked out.
Right on. Do you want a location, a relationship?
Well, let's let the guest decide.
All right.
Let's do a relationship. That's
relationship. Awesome.
Producer, manager.
So your guy just isn't bringing in the people. What do you want me to do?
Okay, listen, he's very marketable. Don't you realize that?
Do you think I haven't looked at the numbers?
What do you want from him?
What do you think I want from him?
Wait, who are we talking about again?
You don't know your own star?
Do you know my star?
Of course I know your star. Who do I look like, an idiot?
What are we doing here?
I'm trying to figure out what you're doing here, what they're doing there. I don't know why I'm here anymore. And that's not a question.
That's not a question.
All right. Well, let's start. Yeah. All right, Suresh, now I want you to do it. Go ahead.
My client was Tom Cruise, by the way.
You had me at a low. Anyway.
Okay. So sure, you're going now. Who are you going with?
Yeah, we can do another one.
Okay. Let's do one more quick one. Why is this not working? Oh, here we go. What would you like? Location, relationship, or a word?
Let's do location.
Yoga class.
This site is racist.
Oh wait, who's your partner? Who you going? Here, I'll go with you. Let's go. Start it up.
Do you feel like I'm getting stretchier every day?
You think I actually touch your body after this?
Do you want to?
Why wouldn't I want to?
Do you think I want to?
I mean, are we gonna be in this class much longer?
Do you think we should invite Jessica too?
Jessica, what about Heather?
Wait, who's Heather again?
Didn't you introduce me to Heather?
Did I?
You didn't say a word. I mean, oh, my bad. Oh shit. Oh well. Yeah, well, that's how we play the game. Sometimes it goes well. Sometimes I get in and it does not go well. So we're gonna keep things moving here. We're running behind time a lot tonight. Our next up, we have another great friend of mine. Another guy I used to see at shows everywhere, all the time. Fucking hilarious, very hilarious guy. A good friend of mine. Let's make it real loud for Marcus Howard, everybody.
Oh yes, hello.
What did it do? What did it do, man? How you been, bro?
I don't know. I feel like I'm the reason that all of my relationships fail. But other than that, I think I'm doing great, man.
I guess typically what we always start off with is what got you into comedy. How'd you start? What? Let's start there.
All right. So my origin story.
Yeah.
I always wanted to do it. Like that was a thing that was always in my head. Like, cause even as a kid, like I would be home a lot during the summers, and so I would just watch like Eddie Murphy's Raw and like the Kings of Comedy on VHS on repeat. And then uh, I I remember like my senior year of high school, me and my best friend, we were both like class clowns. We had saw online that there was like a comedy competition happening somewhere, so we were like, yeah, we're gonna do this and we're totally gonna win and like take this prize. And then we both chickened out and never ended up doing it. But then several years later, when I was around 25, I was in this ridiculous relationship that I was super heavily invested in, and my ex decided to cheat on me while I was taking care of her cancer-stricken mother.
Oh
And
my God.
yeah. And isn't humanity just fucking amazing?
Yeah.
And
Damn.
then I was so fucked up over that and like such a broken individual that I was like, I need to do something that's gonna make me feel better. And so I was like, think I'm gonna just try and do stand up. And so then I did, and now I'm here several years later.
Right on, man. That's one thing I do notice in the sets I've seen from you. You do talk about relationships quite a bit in your sets, but it's always hella funny, and like your perspective of what's happening is like I always feel like I would just feel the same way. I love that about your comedy.
Yeah, dude, you should date a girl who's bipolar and her mom has cancer. Like, it will make you such a strong comedian. Actually, I can't guarantee that, but it's a fun experience.
So like, dude, I've seen you live a ton of times, and I know like seeing you on stage, you know your energy and how you perform on stage is like it's electric, it's dope. How do you feel about specifically like stand up in a virtual setting? You know, like does it feel natural for you? Do you like it? Do you not like it? What do you think about it personally?
I mean, the hacky joke of doing for Zoom comedy is like it's like it's the equivalent of it's like comedy's equivalent of having sex with a condom on, where it's like you're still having sex, but it doesn't like feel nearly as good. You still come though, but it takes longer. And
Yeah.
so I'm personally I'm not a huge fan of Zoom comedy just because like I don't want to hear like a couple argue in the background who like forgot to mute themselves, or like some mom yelling at a kid to like not touch that or something.
Yeah.
Often the laughs are like delayed and kind of muted. I personally was one of the people who like during the pandemic, even after like maybe a month or two into it, I started doing live stuff. So and I still haven't gotten COVID, and I'm vaccinated.
I was gonna ask you. So you still do live shows? Do you feel comfortable about that? Like, it's just like it's not a thing for you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm actively trying to die, so like like the fact that it hasn't happened yet is like super upsetting because I'm out there.
Hey,
No,
dude,
but I love live shows. They're so much fun, and like that's where you really feel like the energy and the connection with the audience, where you guys become like this one kind of back and forth push pull unit.
word. And that's I love the clip you sent us that I'm about to show right now, because just the way you start off instantly at a set, and your interaction with the crowd is like it's like it always just draws you in. You're like, what is this guy about? I'm gonna pay attention to this dude because I know he's gonna be funny. And so, is there anything you want to set up for this clip that we're gonna play, or do you want to just let it roll? So,
the only thing that I can say was that this was an outdoor show I did back in like September, I want to say.
Okay.
And it was in like Bayview at this fucking gentrified pizza beer garden, and it was like, I don't know, like 2,000 degrees outside.
Well, right on. Check it out. Here's Marcus Howard live and direct, everybody. Oh, you know what? Let me find out what is the actual. Oh, here we go. This is the full screen. There we go. Sorry about that, man. Next time I'll get everybody's clip right. And here we go.
Make sure the volume's up, Eric.
How
yep.
we doing, you guys? Fuck yeah, I'm the black one for tonight. What's up, y'all? Yeah, this is cool, man. I love this super diverse group of white people over here. That's fucking dope, you guys. Yeah. God damn, it is hot right now. Boxer briefs were not the right choice for me, okay? They are fused to my skin. I feel like there's a lot of talk about consent between like men and women these days, but I feel like we're not having a conversation about consent between Mother Nature and humanity. Because this bitch is fucking everybody right now. It's not okay. Seriously, dude, it's fucked up, man. It's like Drea said, my name's Marcus. You know, my mom actually gave me the name Marcus so that like I wouldn't be discriminated against in job interviews. It's a little discreet. The only problem with that is that there are no white dudes named Marcus, all right? None at all. That's almost like my mom gave me COVID thinking it would make me immune to COVID or something. That's like almost like a white parent giving their kid the name Kyle thinking it would make them like good for affirmative action or something, you know? Yeah, it's wild. Let's see. I've been quarantining with my brother. He's a real big video gamer, and he just got this new video game called Animal Crossing. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of it.
Yeah.
It's one of these farming simulator video games, but like I don't really get it because like video games are supposed to be about escapism, right? Like if I want to escape, I want to be able to be like a knight or like a wizard or something. But like, what does that say about you if your form of escape is that you just want to be like a day laborer or something? You know? Yeah. I see a couple people here are drinking. That's cool, you guys. I actually don't drink, you know. I'm not a big drinker. But like whenever I tell people that, they always assume that I had a problem with alcohol. Like I used to be an alcoholic or something. But like that doesn't really happen with other things, you know? Like when I tell people I don't go to the gym, no one assumes I was like really addicted to chin-ups at one point, you know? Yeah, so I don't drink and I don't smoke also. I don't smoke weed, because for me, smoking weed is kind of like, yo, you remember how stupid you felt that one time you called your teacher mom? Well, what if you could feel that way for like 2 hours at a time, though, you know?
Right on, man.
Yeah, so I don't drink.
Oops. Oh, sorry. How do I stop that?
Yeah. I am so good at stand-up.
Dude. Yeah, I wish we had more time because like later on you start going into bits about quarantining with your girlfriend, with your white girlfriend, and how now you go on hella hikes, and that's my life right now, dog. Like my girl, I'll be like, she'll be looking for like pop-up hikes to go on, like let's find a new trail somewhere. Like, dude, yeah, your comedy is very relatable and hella funny. I feel like, do you think like there is gonna be kind of this new kind of like, I don't know, quarantine style of comedy after everyone gets to go outside again? You think people will be writing about similar things in general?
Yes and no. So I think that the quarantine jokes have like a shelf life. Like even right now on shows, I'm seeing other comics are making jokes about like being vaccinated, and I feel like that vaccine jokes have like maybe 2 more months left. And personally, I like material that's evergreen, and so the stuff that doesn't get dated as time goes on. So yeah, there's gonna be an uptick in like quarantine jokes in the same way that there's gonna be an uptick of like pandemic / quarantine television shows and movies.
Yeah,
but which I'm so ready for, dude. It's gonna be horrible.
Well, me being a huge Animal Crossing fan, I love everything you do, and I want to see you perform more. Is there anything you want to plug? You want to tell the people where they can catch you, or they can see some of your stuff?
Yeah, okay. I run an outdoor socially distanced show every Sunday at 7:00 at it's called Caffeinated Comedy. You can find it online. It's ran at Caffeinated Coffee Co. in their outdoor like patio garden. It's heated, all that stuff. It's underground, lots of different lineups every week, and we have people that drop in, some big names. And also, if you want to find me online, then on all the social media, I'm at Maya Angelou. I promise. It looks like it's an old black lady, and she talks about why she knows why the Kate Purge sings, but I promise you it's me.
That's what's up. I think I've seen you. Anyway, dude, I forgot to mention, we will post people's stuff on our Tommy Feldman Happy Hour page to try to get you guys some traffic to the things you're promoting. So we'll put that on our page. We'll put Terramani stuff up on our page. And hey, man, I just want to thank you so much for doing the show, coming on. It's good to see you again. Everybody, can we give it up for Marcus Howard one more time?
Yeah, there we go. Okay, bye, Eric.
Take it easy, you might. Hopefully, you stick around. So we're gonna do a quizzing at the end. But if you can't be there, we won't hold it against you.
Nah, okay.
You're rowdy. All right. So now, as a real fun part of the show, we're gonna have usually my segment. I usually don't have to talk this much. I have a very small segment where I actually can shine. But tonight we're gonna have Edward do that instead, and he's gonna bring us the sponsors for the Tommy Feldman Happy Hour. Ed, who do you got putting money in our pockets this week?
Hey, Eric, I'm so excited to be here. Before I start talking about our sponsor, I just want to say how amazingly easy you make this whole sponsorship thing look, but it is not. I gotta tell you,
it's a grind.
Your energy and dedication is really, really vital to this whole enterprise that we call the Tommy Feldman Happy Hour.
Right.
So now let's talk about this week's sponsor. Our sponsor this week has been at the forefront of reminding men that there's more than just candy and flowers and kitchen appliances that you can buy for your significant other. That's right. There's also exercise equipment. That's right. I am thrilled to announce that Peloton is the latest sponsor of the Tommy Feldman Happy Hour. Now, yes, some people think that Peloton represents the notion that in addition to everything else, women also have to make sure that they stay in shape to keep their husbands happy. But I am here to tell you that their PR department has been able to paper over that little controversy. Pretty amazing what a little worldwide pandemic will do for your brand and your stock price. Anyway, yeah. So we're thrilled to have Peloton as our sponsor, and they have said that I can make some exclusive announcements to fans of Tommy Feldman Happy Hour. So here they are. Now, don't go bragging to your friends about this, okay? Just keep that between us. All right. The first thing I want to show you is Peloton's new bike. All right. Now, I know what you're saying. You're saying, Ed, that looks a lot like their old bike. Well, that's true. But there's a reason I put bike in air quotes. It's not actually a functioning bike. This is perfect for people that like Marcus. They want to look like they're part of the exercise craze, but without all that exercise, right? It also comes with a little booklet, so you can leaf through all the instructors to figure out which ones you want to say are your favorites. Personally, I went for Cody and Hannah Corbin. Those are my two.
Nice. Good choices.
Thank you. Hannah has excellent choice in music. And as a bonus, like most pieces of home exercise equipment, it also makes an excellent coat rack. Now, the second thing I want to announce, I don't have a special picture about this because they're really keeping this one close to the vest. They are adding a male ego mode. That's right. You know, it's upsetting it is when you look at like the leaderboard and you see there are lots of women kicking your ass. Yeah. So you hit the male ego button, it reduces the ladies' scores by 25%. Right? You know, commensurate with their salaries. So you can feel better about yourselves. And honestly, what's more important? Am I right, men?
Hey.
Now, finally, and this is probably the most exciting thing for you parents out there, I am thrilled to announce that Peloton finally has a bike out there for kids under 10. That's right. It's the Peloton Junior. Now, I know that you're saying, that looks like a big wheel, Ed. But, you know, this is just basically the model. It's not the real thing that they're going to come out with. But holy cow, isn't this what parents have always wanted, right? They can get their kids to go exercise, but they don't have to send them out in the front yard and worry about them getting kidnapped.
Yeah.
So anyway, thank you, Peloton. Thank you for being our sponsor. Back to you, Eric.
Yeah.
Hey.
Give it up for Ed out there doing my job, making us some really needed green in these troublesome times. All right.
We need to put that money to good use. Hire some tech support.
Yeah, that would be the first place we should invest that money for sure.
Just a technical announcement here from the technical staff here at the Tommy Feldman Happy Hour. Eric, you need to spotlight yourself by going over the ... over your name and adding spotlight for everyone, please. Thank you. And we can remove Ed from spotlight, please. If he's on spotlight, remove him from spotlight.
Yeah,
there you go. Now it's just you. And from here, you can add your guests by ... add spotlight as well. Thank you.
We have great automated help desks here. I mean, I don't know. We should just keep that money. Yeah, exactly. All right, everybody. Sorry for the delay. Hey, I've been waiting for this interview all night. It's a great friend of mine, really hilarious lady. Let's give it up for Elisa Lindquist, everybody.
Hello.
Oh my God, Elisa, how you been? What's been going on?
Oh, can I curse?
Yeah, you may. Yes, you have free reign here.
This has been a fucking nightmare. This is awful. I hate it. I'm having a terrible time.
Can you tell the audience where you are? You look like you're in a scene from like World War Z. Let people know what's going on.
Hi, I'm at work still. I'm in a lab coat because I'm in a lab. Look at that. That's stuff I work with. Wow.
Is that
I live a couple hours away.
Is that typical machinery for a genetic engineer? Is that the proper term of your job title? Other than amazing comedian? I'm sorry, I'll quit talking of you. How about this? Let the audience know what got you into comedy. How did you start? Tell us about your comedy backstory.
Well, the fun one I like to tell people is that I went to church with Cedric the Entertainer when I was a kid.
Oh, what?
Yeah. He was our funniest deacon. Yeah, he went to the Berkeley Heights Church of Christ until they changed their name, and I stopped going to church when he was gone. It got really boring. But he almost dated my auntie, and she was just like, he's gonna make jokes about me, and he would have. She was so easy to make fun of. But what really happened is I moved out here in November of 2018 around Thanksgiving, and I was with my best friend, and she's like, I want to go out and do stand-up tonight. And I was like, all right, I'll go with you. And I watched a man bomb. I watched him bomb so hard, and he yelled at the audience of 4 people, made a bunch of enemies, took a bunch of jokes out of a bucket and left. And I was like, oh, is that it? I think I might be able to do this. So I went up and I told a couple amusing anecdotes, and apparently it was real nice. And I kept doing it. The end.
Well, that's pretty. That's right. I mean, I know. I've seen you, doing tons of local shows around here. And so, are you still active in like doing like live shows, or how do you feel about that? Are you trying to keep it more safe? Like, what's your approach to comedy at the current time?
I'm a scientist who focuses on viruses in particular. So as far as someone who understands what's going on right now, I might be one of those experts. So yeah. That's kind of fun.
Hell yeah.
I have been doing Zoom shows when I get the opportunity when I'm not at work. Sadly, I've lost a ton of people to COVID. It's just running through my family like wildfire. So I'm pretty hesitant to go outside again. I understand that not everybody can stay in, and that's cool. I'm not here to judge. I'm not anyone's supervisor. But I like it. I think it's neat. I feel like comedy is evolving. This is another step in comedy that it can go. It's a divergent evolution, if you will. It's just another way to bring other people who can't normally make it to shows to a show, and they can actually enjoy it. Yeah, it's stupid, awkward, but I can make a set behind me. I can't do this on a stage. Look at that big boy.
Yeah, that's true. Right?
I love him.
I mean, that's true. I mean, I feel like that too. I feel like, no matter what the outcome is of the world society, I feel like Zoom comedy and live comedy and all the aspects of comedy, I think they'll still continue to survive and coexist. And like you said, like they both are fun in different ways. And I was going to ask you about this. I do notice that with like kind of online promotions of shows, they're able to be very more kind of specific to the audience they want, and they can highlight more. Let's say people don't necessarily get voices from live shows. Do you think that when things start to open up more, do you think like the fact that you can see more diversity of comedians on Zoom, do you hopefully that will come to live shows when live shows come back?
I really hope that with the Zoom shows being like they are and more people getting exposed to comedy, that it'll bring more people out. Because, before I did it, I just thought it was a bunch of greasy men who were going to try and touch me. It still is that, but sometimes there's funny people, and I love that. So
Yeah.
hopefully, by just removing some of the mystique around it, like, oh, it's a secret thing that only some people do, it might bring more people out to actually come out and see a show, and that would be nice.
Word, I agree with
I
that
like it.
100%. Well, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna play the clip you sent in us. I love it. I think it's hilarious. Is there anything you want to say about it before we get going? You want to set it up in any way?
My dad is a great nurse. I'm just gonna say that now. He's a great nurse. He saves lives. And yeah, I'll let it happen.
All right, right on. Here we go. Let's see if I can not remember how to do this right. All right, can you guys see the screen?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Cool. Here we go. Lisa Lindquist at Tommy T's. Everybody, check it out.
Lindquist.
Hello, everybody. My name's Elisa. Damn pleased to meet you. I used to be an Uber driver, and one night after driving, I looked over in my passenger side seat, and I saw a baggie filled with white powder. And I was like, what is that? And then I was like, oh shit, that's drugs. What do? I don't think they're gonna call Uber for the fucking felony they left behind in my car. So what do I do? I landed on calling my dad, and without missing a beat, he said, bring it over, I got a guy, and hung up immediately. Now, I grew up in St. Louis, Missouri in the suburbs. There's not a weed guy, let alone a coke man. So I don't know who the fuck my dad knows, but I'm gonna check it out. I get there, I give him the baggie. He opens it up, licks his pinky, dips it in the powder, runs it across his gums. The whole time I'm like, what the fuck is this? And he looks me down and he's like, this is some good shit. Go home, I'll take care of it. I went home contemplating whether or not my father's suburban Scarface, but I forgot about it because it wasn't my problem anymore. He called me back. A couple days later, he was like, hey Lisa, come over. Come get your cut. I was involved in a drug deal? I don't know who my dad knows, but I made $300 off that Uber ride. It was a lot of coke. I won.
Oh man, I love that. I love that bit so much because I really want to get your dad's beeper number. We probably could be business partners or something. I'm just kidding. I mean, what's that?
Yeah, I got a beeper.
Okay, I guess I would say, okay, what do you feel about the chances of you being the first person to win a Nobel Peace Prize and like a nighttime Emmy for comedy? You think that's possible in your future?
Oh, definitely not. Are you serious?
Yeah, I would definitely nominate you. I would nominate you right now for both.
Oh, you're a sweetheart. I work too much.
I guess my real question is, where do you want to take comedy as far as your comedy career? Like, do you have a certain angle you're trying to reach or a path you would like to pursue specifically?
Well, most of my sets end with a fun animal fact because I like to teach people things.
Yeah.
I like teaching people things, and I like telling stories. So the majority of my jokes are just me telling stories about my life, and I hope in some way I can relate to somebody who's also had a dad who sells drugs for some reason for them.
Do you have an animal? Do you have an animal tip for us tonight?
Oh, I always do. I have animal facts at the ready.
That's what's up.
Okay, so how sciencey do we want it? We're gonna make it real sciencey.
As
Or I can give you 2.
like Neil deGrasse type sciencey,
Yes.
top
All right.
level.
Okay, cool. So there's 2 types of fetal development. There is proteostome development and deuterostome development. Proteostome means mouth first, and deuterostome means second, or anus first. Every human starts off as a deuterostome. So everyone you know was an asshole.
I mean, that science checks out. I know that to be fact from my own life for sure. Dude, it was so fun talking to you, Elisa. Before we get going, is there anything you want to plug? You want anything for would you like us to promote anything for us on our page?
Oh, honestly, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns about the vaccine, please shoot it my way. I'm a biologist. I also work explicitly with viruses. So you can friend me on Facebook. I'll answer whatever question you have to maybe help clear some things up. That's it.
I mean, that's awesome. I think that's like the best generous thing I've ever heard anybody say on our show so far. So we thank you for showing. We thank you for coming. That was a great time. Hey, everybody, give it up for Elisa Lindquist one more time. Let's do that.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go. That's awesome. And okay, so it looks like we have our special guest friend of the show, Nico Lukoff. He is, as everybody knows, CEO of the world's funniest spreadsheet on Facebook. Nico, what's going on? What's going on in the world of what's going on in your world? Dude, let us know what's going on, bro. Sorry about that.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for having me on. Yeah, I'm literally phoning it in right now, trying to see my doing a system reset on my laptop, and hoping my cell phone battery doesn't die right now. So as Eric had mentioned, a spreadsheet. I started a Facebook group called Displaced Comedians. Actually, a year ago last Monday, and it'll be this Sunday is when I started doing the spreadsheet list deal on there. Ooh, you got a different background. That looks cool. Yeah.
Nice.
So
can you guys see this
group? Yeah, we can see everything on your screen and all your private messages right there.
Oh man, oops. I don't know what I'm doing. This is my
so what you're looking at there is
this one.
There you go. That
you're
one.
good, dude. You're good.
There we go.
So I have 2 links on there. The one you just shown. So this right here is the page of just all the online mics that I've been putting together to catalog. They have days of the week and by start time, information on how to sign up, who runs them, where they're based out of, that kind of information. And the page you were just on was actually where I direct people if they want to submit a mic. So if you're running a mic or you know a mic going on, you want it listed there, you fill out some information there. So that's actually kind of nice that you pop that up too. So this is just right now I think we have like a 225 or so, and I typically like to highlight one specific one. And honestly, the one I want to mention, I don't even know if I've added it yet. Eric, if you're able, would you click the tab for Friday? And I can't see this on my phone because it's so small, but at 9 p.m. Pacific, there should be, oh my gosh, what is it called? I gotta look real close.
Introvert to Paradise or Hurting?
No, I do love that mic. You should check that out with Kevin Wong. But actually, the mic that I'm going to mention, I haven't actually added to it yet. It's not on Zoom, but it's on Clubhouse. And actually met the host of this one on Kevin Wong's mic there. She checked that out one too. Like I said, 9 Pacific. Kevin puts on a great mic. So Orchid Cameron is a comedian who puts on this mic on Clubhouse. Again, I need to add the information on there. I was just chatting with her about it a few minutes ago before the show here. And if you're unfamiliar, Clubhouse is an app that you have to have an iPhone for. So that's just you got to have an iPhone or iPad. That's just how it is. At some point, it's supposed to get to Android and other devices. I happen to have an iPhone through work, and I've been playing with that a little bit. I haven't done the mic yet, but basically, there's no video component. It's all audio. So basically, just people talking and then clicking like joining different little groups and scheduling events. I haven't gone through it a lot yet, but I'm planning on doing it tonight because my laptop's doing some updates. And as great as it is to just do sets from my phone, like a lot of people do, I think I'm just gonna hang out and do that Clubhouse one tonight. And basically, you can go on a slotted page that'll be on there. And this mic and other ones are just posted in the group of Displaced Comedians. So yes, having access to the list is nice. You can get to that. But if you're just in the group, people are posting about mics all the time. And oftentimes they're ones I haven't added yet, like I'm talking right now. And Orchid has a post about it. and there's just a page where you can sign up for it. And then you just hop in and they'll tell you when it's your turn. You talk for 5 minutes, and this will be neat because I've been living on Zoom for a year now and really used to the really close visual component. Because like right now you can see me way closer than anybody should ever want to see me, as opposed to a stage where you're a little further away. But here it's just going to be audio, and some bits are more physical. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see how it is. And I look forward to enjoying people's comedy on there. And as things evolve, like folks are saying, comedy's evolving, different things. And again, I'm a pretty new comedian. I started doing open mics about 6 months before the shutdown. So my perspective is not one of someone who like did professional comedy in any capacity live. But I did just get my second shot about a week ago of Pfizer. So by the end of the month, to be fully vaccinated, I look forward to doing some live stuff. And just seeing more and more live mics are being even posted about in the group, which I'm kind of okay with right now, as long as people are clear that it's live or online, or if it's a hybrid of both, just so people know, because we have people all over the globe and people are all the time right now posting like, hey, I'm going through this area, what shows can I get on? And now we have this global community to draw from, and it's really exciting to me to see how that's growing, and actually meeting some of the people live too. I've gotten to meet some of the folks in person that have actually come to Boise, near where I live, to do shows, and as things open up, getting to travel and see more stuff. I could talk on and on and on about this. I know I've got a few minutes. I haven't been paying attention to time. Thank you for having me. If you got questions, let me know. I appreciate it.
Right on. Thanks, Nico. As always, dude, keeping us abreast with the virtual comedy online, which is a very useful tool for everybody. I feel like I actually use the Displaced Comedians site a lot to find the mics to go hit up. So I appreciate it. I feel like people should be checking it out. And thanks for doing what you do for us, Nico. Much appreciated, my friend. All right.
Thank you, man. Likewise, look forward to seeing everyone soon.
Right on. Sharish, are you ready to start, run the quiz portion?
Yeah, I think I'm having some technical difficulties myself. But yeah, let's do it.
Okay, well, real quick, I'll let everybody know. Usually, this is the end, how we end the show. Usually Tommy runs it. Tommy, at one point in his life, he lived in Japan and he speaks Japanese. So usually, what we do is we show half of a Japanese commercial, and probably you might not know what the product is, and we ask the guests to go, one after the other, what do you think they're trying to sell us here? What do you think the product is? It's gonna be a slightly different take on that tonight, different spin. Sharish is gonna run the show. He has picked the commercials that we're gonna watch, and so if you're ready, Sharish, I'm just gonna give it over to you, buddy.
All right.
All right, sweet.
And share some. Are we good? What are we seeing right now?
Yeah, I see. Looks like a web page or something.
All right.
Fields of green.
Grass.
You're seeing grass right now? Oh no,
Yeah.
that's definitely not what I want to see.
Corn.
Yeah, like I can't
Wait,
read.
what are you seeing right
There
now?
we go.
Oh,
All right.
there.
Here we go.
Wow.
Yeah, it looked like some kind of terrible crop circle. I was not a fan of the art.
Wait, so I'm not sure what you can see. Are you able to see the full screen now?
Now we can see.
Yes, now
Yeah.
we can.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, I might have to like switch back and forth. Okay, so let's do this one. So I'll run the ad and then I'll stop at some point and I'll call out your names. Right? Okay.
Yep. Sounds good.
So yeah, this all of these are Indian ads. So what is this an ad for?
I think that this is an ad for Uber Pool's new feature, Uber Indy. In a car that's more packed.
That's very close. I would say that's very close.
Oh, wow.
It's definitely it's okay. It's not a transportation service. That's not true. You're not close, Marcus. But it's definitely a packed vehicle. So what could it be? I guess like Tirumar, do you want to go next?
I mean, all I can think about, their faces are very close to each other. So like breath mints, I don't know.
Yeah.
What else? How about our other guests today? Who else do we have?
Elisa.
Elisa. Yeah, Elisa.
Hey.
Do you have any guesses on what this could be?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Mentos because I can read quickly and I saw your screen and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh man.
Man.
Hey, that's a fair win, though. That's a win. Yeah.
I have to say it's not Mentos.
Oh wait, it's not.
It's not Mentos. Yeah.
No.
Oh man.
All right, but
Tommy, do you have any guesses on what this would be?
Yes, I would like to guess that it is for Dramamine because those people look very seasick or.
Oh man, I would have thought like Firmani might have gotten this because these are all like mostly Indian ads. So I don't know where you grew up. I grew up in India myself. I came here like probably a decade ago. So I'm very familiar with these.
You can still give me the points, just like.
What do you call them? Do you call them brownie points? Is that what you call them? Yeah. All right. So who wants to go? Eric, do you have any guesses?
Yeah, I have a guess. I think it's literally a crowd share AAA service. Like literally, like the crowd comes and moves your car for you. Yeah.
No, you're not getting warmer. It's some sort of it's a product. You see, there's a lot of people, they aren't going to fall off, so they're all going to be stuck on the vehicle. It's who else do we have? We have Ed.
Ed. Is it some sort of glue or something like that?
Oh yeah, we have a ringer.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, it's actually an ad for an adhesive.
Oh man.
Nice. All right, so definitely not Mentos.
All
right, are we ready for another one?
Gonna guess Mentos every single.
Yeah.
अब local at 30 paise और STD at 50 paise
it's the one that's going to come right after this.
per minute. Virgin Mobile. Think हटके.
भोलू, ये दिन में अपने पेट के लिए जीता था, पर रात को अपने सपने के लिए। कड़ी मेहनत और सच्ची लगन से आखिर उसका सपना साकार हो ही गया।
मुझे में सबूत है, गवाह बयान, ये तो मर्डर है।
What is this an ad for?
I think it's
so
like,
we should get maybe. Okay, go ahead, Eric.
I think it's Indian Hamilton.
Indian Hamilton, yeah.
Bollywood Hamilton. Bollywood Hamilton. No.
I would say yeah, that's true. He definitely looks like a Bollywood Hamilton. But what is it? What is it? What is an ad for? It's for a specific product.
I think it's an ad for the University of Phoenix online.
ये नहीं बदलेगा.
Oh no! Oh no! I'm giving it away. Alyssa, do you want to go? What do you think this is an ad for?
I have no idea. Improv, maybe? I'm not sure.
So basically, so he used to be a vendor on the streets, it seemed like. But he used to be a vendor by day, but he used to study by night to be a lawyer, it seemed like. And then he's finally a lawyer, but it turns out that he's still the way he talks about his cases is kind of similar to how he was when he was still a vegetable vendor. So he hasn't changed much. So it's a product that sort of basically says, this person hasn't changed, but we have a product that sort of changes.
I'd like to make a guess.
Yeah, Tommy.
So yes, in spite of that pithy explanation, I think that this is an ad for Robert. The Smiths are coming to India. This guy really likes Robert Ed Morrison. Coming to India.
Yeah.
I just explain that this ad is
hang the DJ. Hang the DJ.
Wait, Murray, you were saying something.
I just want to complain because this is in Hindi and I don't understand Hindi. I only understand Tamil, and so I really wish that these ads were in a language that I understood.
You only understand Tamil and you don't understand Hindi?
No, I can't even.
I would
really.
I would say that's very common from folks from South India.
Yeah. and I'd feel discriminated against. I just want to.
I specifically look for ads that you might not be able to figure out. By the way.
Southerners always feel discriminated against.
Ed, do you have any guesses?
Let me see.
It's for a product that sort of changes. That's the clue.
Okay. Is it an underwear ad?
Yeah.
Where did you get that from? But yeah, it's definitely not an underwear ad. So, I don't know if you have any.
I've just been thinking about underwear a lot.
ये नहीं बदलेगा पर ये बदलेगा डोरेमोन फ्लिप कार्ड फ्लिप करोगे तो
Oh, really? No way.
These cars that like sort of flip.
Yeah.
He doesn't change, but we have a product that sort of changes.
फोटो बदलेगा इसके पीछे मजेदार गेम्स भी हैं डोरेमोन फ्लिप कार्ड क्रीम फिल्स के साथ फ्री
The protagonist of this commercial changed more than one image on a flip card.
Yeah. Wait, were they advertising the cards and a candy bar at the same time?
It's actually, if you get the candy bar, you get the cards for free.
Oh, okay.
It's actually a candy bar. That's the product. So I got that one wrong myself. Are we doing another one? We're doing.
Yeah, let's do one more.
I want to win one.
All right. So this one is Nico online? No.
Yeah, I feel like, did you show us this one before?
No, this is the it's right after this one. It's
okay.
Right after this one.
मैं चाय बना के और अपने कॉलेज का आर्टिकल आया था पेपर में पढ़ा क्या तूने पता नहीं कहां रख दिया मैंने यस क्या कर दिया यार तूने क्या हुआ बेटा बेटा क्या हुआ बेटा पानी पानी लाओ सीता आंखें खोलो बेटा क्या हो गया पानी 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 पानी
कॉकरोच तो था बीमारी फैला था इसलिए
ये जाके बाकी कॉकरोचों को भी मारने वाला था
कॉकरोच कॉकरोच को मारने वाला था ट्रेनिंग दिया था क्या
What is this an ad for?
Getting enough protein?
I would
wait, let's say turns. Marcus, do you want to go first?
Sure. This is an ad for Disney's Pixar presents A Bug's Life 2.
I would say you're not very warm. But that was a pretty good guess. Pretty good guess. Alyssa, I'm not sure if you saw the ad, if you're still on here.
Oh, no, I did. I'm still here. Sorry, I had to walk through my building.
No worries.
Do
you have any guesses?
It may be a chocolate commercial. You know, those shoes that Mexican mothers throw at their children real hard? So
yeah.
Different applications.
It's, I would say, you're not very warm, but it's definitely like a product for, yeah, you're not throwing it at children, but it's a product for sure. Yeah, it's not a kind of service, but it's a physical product. Tirumari, do you have any guesses?
Yeah, so here's the thing: is that the times that I've been to India, one thing that dominates commercials is insect repellent. Like, there's a bunch of. I had a whole afternoon with my cousin where we just stuck our fingers into a bug zapper to see who could like handle it the most. I don't know. Toxic masculinity, maybe. I don't know. But like, I want to say it's an insect repellent, but I'm gonna go with my gut on this and say it's for life insurance.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that was a pretty good guess. I would say you were probably like warmer on the first one. It's a very specific kind of insect repellent. So I mean, the context of the ad is one person apparently kills the roach, and the others are really sad about it. Right? They're really sad about it, and they're like, "Oh, we need like resurrect this guy." And so why are they doing it? So I would, I guess like we could go with some of the regulars now. And I would give a hint. I would say if Nico was here, he would have probably like, this is right up his alley.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it might be like a scene from the prequel to Slumdog Millionaire, but it might also be like a mosquito repellent or mosquito, whatever.
Not Slumdog, but yeah, it's like it's an insect repellent for sure.
Okay.
But it's a specific kind of product. Why are they upset? Tommy, do you have any guesses?
Yeah, I would say that we're looking at they're trying. It's a PSA for instead of dogs and cats, let's have insects as pets. Save some money. Save the economy. and they're cheap and easy. Yeah.
Ed, do you have any guesses?
I will go with I was just hoping it was like a roach motel or something like that.
I would say it's an insect repellent where like this roach was going to go back to the roach motel and kill the other roaches, and so that's why they're upset.
Shut up.
So I'm just going to play the rest
नया
of it.
हिट एंटी रोच जेल इंडिया का पहला जेल जो कॉकरोचों को बाहर खींचे वो आएगा खाएगा और मर जाएगा साथ ही बाकी कॉकरोचों को भी मार देगा हिट एंटी रोच जेल आएंगे खाएंगे और जड़ से मर जाएंगे
You say I can't explain that any better than that visual.
That's like a CIA plot or something.
Yeah. I think that's basically it. We're over time, but I think we're also done. I'm gonna hand it back to Ed.
No,
oh, sorry, Eric.
Right on. Oh
People
man,
mistake us for each other all the time.
every day.
Yeah.
But I could never fill your shoes, Ed. So I'm honored. Well, hey, that's our show for this week, everybody. The Tommy Feldman Happy Hour. Let's have a big round of applause for all our guests tonight. They were all great, fantastic, great people. Next week, we will be back with our regular scheduled program. Tommy will be at the helm, Brendan's show as usual, which is great. It's a great thing. We're going to have some new funny guests for everybody to tune into, check out. And I don't know. I just want to say have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you, Tommy, for allowing me the chance to, be in your shoes and see what it's like up here in the hot seat. It was fun. It was quite the trial on my term, and everybody looking for a new podcast. So I'm hosting my own show. I'm just joking. Hey, everybody, have a great weekend. Thanks again, and we'll see you next week on the Tommy Feldman Happy Hour. Peace, everybody.
Hey, great meeting you.
Hey, thanks everybody.
Goodbye.